Hey everyone, what is up? So, you may already know that today I got a bunch of information about some E3 leaks and some updates on Fallout 4 and Doom, and if you want that information you'll have to go check out my last video, which I will link in the description below, because this video is about something entirely different. Now, what I'm about to tell you guys is something that totally took me by surprise. And I urge you to please take this information with a grain of salt because it's pretty crazy. Now this news comes from my source, who, as I've mentioned before in previous videos, I cannot name due to potential issues where she or someone else could lose their jobs. So please don't ask me. But you know how leaked information, especially what I'm about to share with you guys, this type of stuff, it's pretty sensitive. And I was told that this is pretty fresh news too, so you guys are gonna hear it here first, most likely. She has leaked to me that Microsoft will be announcing a new console this year at E3. And the information I have on it is very vague, but I will tell you as much as I can, and I will try to make sense of it the best I can. So, she said it was going to be a modular Xbox, and if you don't know what that means, it's basically the same way you would describe a gaming PC in the sense that it's upgradable and the parts are interchangeable. Now I know that there's a chance that this might be bad for a lot of Xbox One owners, but until we know the details, it's really not fair to assume how this will all work. Now this next bit of information I'm going to share almost sounded like something she was assuming herself and not a direct bit of leaked information, but she seemed to be under the assumption that there'll be 3 different models or versions, or perhaps one model but with 3 different options for parts that can be used. I don't know exactly, but she described it as like the first model is kind of like an entry-level console, basically like the Xbox One. The second model is slightly more advanced. We'll be able to like play 1080p 60 frames per second on pretty much every game without problems. And then the highest model will be able to reach that 4K quality. Now all of that stuff sounded more like she was kind of guessing or assuming, and it didn't really seem like she was, conveying an actual piece of factual information. The console itself, though, she said is going to be announced. Apparently the games will be compatible across all versions of this new device, so let's say if you get a game for the cheapest model and then you decide to upgrade your console, all of your games will still work. They'll just be at a higher resolution and performance and all that stuff. So as for where this leaves Xbox One, I really don't know. A couple possibilities I thought of, or maybe there's a way to modify or upgrade the current Xbox One models so they, can be interchangeable with this new device. Or perhaps there'll be some sort of trade-in deal where you can get a hefty discount on one of the new machines if you trade in your Xbox One. Or perhaps this new console is still several years away and the current Xbox One owners will still have plenty of time to enjoy their Xbones. Either way, I would say this has potential to be the NUKE of E3 2015. And now it's starting to sort of make sense why Phil Spencer is so calm and cool and collected about going first at E3, because he probably knows that neither Sony or Nintendo have any news that's even close to being that big. But that's not it though. Yeah, there's more. Because aside from the console, Microsoft is apparently going to reveal another piece of hardware that could very well revolutionize the controller industry. Now, my sources told me that with this new console, they will have a customizable controller that comes with it. And she basically said it's like Lego, where you can pull the pieces apart and put them together in any configuration that you want. Now, I don't know about you, but to me this sounds extremely far-fetched, but it's not completely unbelievable. And my first thought was, why would they want to do anything to change the Xbox controller? It's beloved by so many people, it's got a nearly perfect design, but then I thought, well, a lot of the controller business, the industry, is owned by third-party companies who offer options to put buttons on the back and so forth. So maybe Microsoft just decided to design a controller that allows users to set it up how they want for whatever game they want, whatever the game they're playing at the time, and then they can switch it up easily without having to go to any third parties or anything like that. Sounds crazy, but if it's true, it could really be a game changer. So anyways, that's gonna be it for now. I'm really sorry this video is so vague, and as I said, this information is still fresh even as far as the insiders go, so there really isn't much to go on at this point. Take it with a grain of salt. I know I'm taking a huge chance by making a video with such bold statements, But as I said before, I'm just relaying a message, so please don't hate the messenger. Don't kill me, please. I would love to hear your thoughts about this potential new console from Microsoft though. If you're a PS4 fan, does this spark your interest at all? If you're an Xbox fan, does this upset you or does it get you excited? I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below or you can hit me up on Twitter. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I always appreciate the support, guys. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm on my way to 2,700 subs. Looking good. Check out the other vid I posted earlier today as well. I'm going to link it in the description below. It's got information about Fallout 4, Doom, Gears of War, Red Dead Redemption, and Banjo-Kazooie. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, villains. Later.